The Lord says to trust in him with all. He didn't say a little bit. He didn't say trust in him with this or just what looks easy to trust him with or just what looks obvious to trust him with. He says to trust in him with all. All. David, I think, is the clearest example for me with this. He trusted in God with all his heart, so much so that he didn't put on the armor of Saul when he was offered that armor. He could have took on the armor that looked like this was an armor that looked like he would defeat Goliath. At least he could come close to defeating Goliath with this armor, because this armor he was suited and booted up. But he decided to say, no, this doesn't fit. He put his trust in God with all his heart. He said, And instead he went with the 5 smooth stones, with what he felt like this is it. And he trusted in God with all those 5 smooth stones. And he trusted God with what he saw, because he could have been scared. He could have ran. He could have, whatever it was, he could have said, Goliath too big. I don't know what y'all gonna do. You got all of these men in this army who's afraid to go against this Goliath. And then you got this boy who runs up and says, Who? Who is this that will go against the God of the living armies? He put his trust in the Lord with all his heart. And he said, oh, baby, if you would have seen what the Lord was doing with me in the dark, you would know why this is a position I take of trusting God with all things. So I trust God. And when I come face to face, and I in my life or in a moment or whatever it is, or I see something that looks too difficult, that looks too impossible, that looks like I should worry, that looks like I should back down, I imagine there's so many people who you think wouldn't be scared, that's scared of this. Who you think wouldn't back down, that's back down from this. Who you think is the strongest and the toughest and got this and got that, and who wouldn't, but they did back down. But who's not going to back down? Child of God. Child of the Most High God. Child of God that says, I don't care what it looks like. My God says to put my trust in him with all my heart. That's what I choose to do. I don't care how big it looks. I don't care how impossible it looks, because I know what my God is on behind the scenes, and he will finish the work he started. Come on. He will open the door when I knock and when I ask and when I seek. He leads me and he guides my steps and he orders them. And he showed me time and time again. So now is the time to be grateful and thankful. We're in that season, right? I'm so grateful for my 5 smooth stones, even though my 5 smooth stones don't look like they're going to take Goliath out, baby. They're going to take Goliath out. And not because they actually have the power to, but because the God who decides to put his multiplication on my little will knock him out for me. Because he's put the grace and the favor on my life to knock him out for me. Not because the 5 smooth stones can actually knock this man out, but not because it looks obvious that it can actually knock this man out, but because I know that God who's backing me, that can lead me and give me skill and give me wisdom and give me perspective and give me understanding to say, how can I, what can I, where can I? And he'll show me, he'll lead me. And all I got to do was have faith. It wasn't the 5 smooth stones. It was his faith. It was his trust in God. Because before he even picked up 5 smooth stones, he could have been scared off. He says, what's the reward for the person who takes out this Goliath? What's the reward? That's what he says. What's the reward? That's his response. He ain't worried about nothing else. And his brother's like, look at you trying to be all big and cocky. He's like, no, I'm not trying to be big and cocky. Y'all just scary. Because y'all don't know who God is. Y'all ain't never seen him before. But baby, I seen him. I seen him. And I know him. And he's proven himself to me over and over and over and over again. So I know he could take out this Goliath. So I put my trust in him with everything that I got. Not what just looks easy, but also with what looks hard. And so I am thankful for the things that this don't look like this is going to work, Lord. This don't look like this is going to take my Goliath out. This does not look like. And I sit pretty as his child. Where the safest place that I could be is in my Father's arms, in his hands, in his bosom, in his presence. And I rest. And I know what I don't see. I know. What I don't see, I know. I know I look crazy. But I don't know why, but this is doing something for me. What I don't see, I know. What I don't see, I know. It's in me. It's not on me. It's not around me. It doesn't look obvious. It doesn't look pretty. But it's in me. All things are possible to those who believe. Fear not is the command of the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean unto your own understanding.